With the holiday season comes a lot of holiday cheer, but sometimes those festive parties can lead to monumental consequences when getting behind the wheel.
Joining us this morning to keep us informed is owner and attorney Ofelia Markarian of Ofelia Markarian Law. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, I mean, obviously, we parties are coming up. It's the time of year, family get-togethers, friend get-togethers, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the festivities. But sometimes things can go wrong, unfortunately, and people can get involved either once they've caused themselves or they've been involved with someone else hitting into them, a drunk driver. So, what are people's rights? What are the steps and stages, and what are the remedies people should be aware of?
As a victim, you have remedies under civil and criminal law. Civilly, you can pursue a personal injury claim against the drunk driver for your medical expenses, for your lost wages, for pain and suffering, property damage. You can also pursue punitive damages, which basically deter drunk drivers from repeating those acts and also punish the driver. And also you can follow up on the criminal case for the drunk driver and be part of the criminal proceedings and even make a victim impact statement during sentencing.
Well, what about on the other side? So for drivers under the influence who are involved in a car accident, what should they need to know about their rights as well?
To me, the number one right that's most important is the right to remain silent. That means you have a right to not make a statement to law enforcement, to remain silent and not admit or deny guilt. Politely provide law enforcement your driver's license and insurance information. Another thing that I would say is under Nevada's implied consent laws, driving is not a right, it's a privilege. Therefore, when you get behind the wheel, you are consenting to voluntary chemical testing, such as the breath, blood, or urine test. And if you deny those tests, then law enforcement will go out and get a warrant to force you to those tests, which that could lead to sometimes an automatic revocation of your driver's license.
Well, I mean, not just the drinking and the parties right now, but I mean, I think all of us know, everyone at home as well, when you drive around Las Vegas, you see a crash pretty much every single day, it feels like sometimes. What are the legal obligations of both parties? Normally you see people standing outside offering up, insurance details, but what are the legal ramifications or requirements for drivers in Nevada?
Legally in Nevada, you have to stop your vehicle either at the scene or somewhere close by. You have a duty to render aid if somebody is hurt, and that means you can, simply call 911 and get help. And lastly, you have a legal duty to exchange information, and that means you exchange your name, your driver's license information, car insurance information, and car registration information. Those are the main legal requirements under Nevada.
Okay. Yeah, and what are the biggest legal consequences drunk drivers can face if they cause an accident?
The consequences outweigh anything. As a DUI, getting a DUI, it will cause you a ton of headaches. You will get your license suspended. You will be facing harsh punishments in criminal court, and you will be getting sued civilly for the damage that you have caused.
Yeah. Tips, seeing as we have a lawyer right here in the studio, it seems rude for us not to offer some tips to our viewers at home. So for anyone who is involved in any kind of car accident this holiday season, whether they're the victim of it or the driver that's caused it, what are some key tips that you might not have already shared that you could share with our viewers at home that they need to bear in mind?
Obviously, number one tip is be safe, right? It will save you so much money. And number one, save lives, not just your life, but the lives of the people around you. So just call an Uber, okay? Then having to deal with the headache and the consequences that comes with drinking and driving. So you want to make sure that you plan ahead. And as a victim, to plan ahead, call your insurance company, make sure that you have the adequate insurance coverage if you are in a situation where, you're in an accident caused by a drunk driver. But plan ahead, call an Uber, it's safer, it's cheaper, and you don't have to call an attorney and deal with all the legal problems that come with that.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Remember to stay safe on the road this holiday season. If you happen to find yourself in an unfortunate situation, though, be sure to visit OpheliaMarkarianLaw.com.